All right, everybody. This is an amendment or an addition to the video that over the MLA citations. It completely slipped my mind. I forgot to talk about what to do with those in-text citations, the ones in the parentheses that I told you guys to put what source you got it from. We need to make sure that those citations are correct also. All right, so I'm using a copy that I have of y'all's textbook, and we're going back to the biometric body article that we did because that text I know has several of these references here, okay, and they have it in the format that it's supposed to be in, okay, or a good, however much information that they have it in the format that it's supposed to be in. So you see they have the indentation in the lines below the first, so that if you were to skim down and go through, let me get a paper so I can cover this up. If you were to go through and cover all the rest of that, you would still see, at minimum, you would see the first letter of everything, or the first everything stands out. So like here's one citation, there's another citation, there's a citation, okay? All of that, all right? So it's easy to stick out which citation goes where, okay? So now if we look up in the text, we see, let's go with this one. I'm gonna highlight it. Here is an example of an in-text citation, okay? It's got the parentheses and the period is after the citation, okay? Do not forget that. The period goes after the citation for a sentence. It does not go before, all right? So keep that in mind as you're going through and correcting these citations today to make sure that they look like they are supposed to. So, in-text citations, all that does is it allows me as the reader or your teacher as the reader to then go to your references or works cited and find that source, okay, that you use. So Nixon is the first word of the citation, so I come down here and here is the source. It was a personal interview and it was either done or accessed on, or no, it was done on August 14th. Okay, so that tells me just what reference to go look to. Okay, here's another example of a citation. Again, we have the parentheses. The period that goes at the end of the sentence is after the citation. So that lets me come down here and I can look and see, oh, it's another interview. Here is the other citation. All right, so it is a good idea always whenever you do research to make your cited first, because then it's easy to make what your in-text citation should be, because the words that you put in the parentheses should be the first word that you see in each of in your citations, okay, on your works cited. This one here, this has the quotation marks around it. So when is there one on this page? No, there's not. If you come back over here, right here, you'll see this citation. It has the parentheses, the period afterwards, but it includes the quotation marks, okay? So you need to make sure that you are putting those correctly, all right? If there's more than one word in the quotation marks, there was an example of that. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, yep, here we go. More than one word in the quotation marks. That's the title. You're going to have to put the whole thing in there, or at least if it's, 2 words like this, if it's short, all right? So we kind of got lucky with these citations. Everything that is in here is short. Oh, never mind. Here's an example of a long one. So this one does not have an author name. It's just starting with the title, but the title is very, very long. It goes all the way through there. All right. So coming back here, if it's a really long title, you're just going to put the first word. Okay? Just like this. Again, the period that usually goes at the end of the sentence is going to go after the citation. So your evidence sentence or sentences needs to have the period at the end or after the citation. Okay? After the parentheses. If the title of your source is very, very long like this, you are just going to be using this first word. All right? If you have any questions, please feel free to contact your teacher or, have a peer review, peer edit it, things like that. Use the source that we showed you in the last video, this thing. Again, if you need to put the lines on notebook paper or on something so that you can just have and make it look just like this, you can do that and then rewrite it without the lines and everything that you don't need. Again, if you type it, the name of the website is in italics typically, so make sure you get that done. Article title is in quotation marks, and then make sure that you use the proper punctuation wherever it is needed. Okay? Indent where appropriate. The first line does not get indented. Every line after that is indented. Okay? So make sure you do that. I can't wait to see what y'all come up with, and good luck on your citations.